Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Now, I have an update about Patrick's work in Durban and what's going on in Durban. So I'm just going to tell you in brief what's happening. First of all, Patrick has been able to spend the last couple of days delivering blankets and food and other stuff to people, white people throughout Durban, and that's been very gratefully received. And thanks to those people who did make donations. I will have some photos attached to this intro where you can actually see people receiving food and blankets and so on from Patrick. The other news, which is far more damaging for South Africa in general, and I'll explain why in a second, is that the waterworks in Durban have gone on strike. Yeah, I told you the other day that Pinetown have, and what they're all demanding now is the same rate of pay that has been preferentially given to the old veterans, the ANC veterans, the MK fighters who've demanded jobs and are now got what's called a grade 10 position in the municipality, working in the waterworks. There are about 50 of them in Pinetown, I believe. And because of that, they get 20,000 Rand a month. And they do nothing. They basically have no skills. It's a bribe. And the municipality are letting them get away with it. While people who've been working in the waterworks for years are on much lower grades. And they're far more skilled in what they do. So the whole thing is completely cactus. And the reason behind the strike is understandable. But consider this fact. The waterworks have already turned off water over large parts of Durban. And, Patrick was saying there was a B&B he spoke to where the guys said, we have no water. We can't take guests. And they're losing thousands of rands. And what Patrick is saying, that the waterworks guys are now going to start targeting the richer areas of Durban, turning the water there. So if you live in Durban, expect your water to be turned off shortly, because that's actually happening. And finally, Patrick met the guy whose house was tragically torn in half, and I think you've all seen that photo that I put up on the internet a couple of days ago, where you could see this huge cavity where the water just washed away. And there were a couple of cars on the side, and you could see half the house on the one side. Well, he confirmed that his house has been completely looted by thugs. And he said not even a photograph has been left. Everything has been stolen from his house. It's just really, really tragic. And he's obviously not in isolation. I'd say there's a lot of looting of houses going on that are vacant right now. All right, guys. And look, one final thing I should say is that with the water being turned off by the waterworks, now remember, on Wednesday, that's 3 days away, the Indaba starts. The tourism Indaba in Durban. Think about this. You're going to have all these tourist operators from around the world coming into Durban. No water. Chaotic scenes in the streets. Rubbish all over the place. You know, it's the worst possible time for Durban to have a tourist Indaba. And yet on their webpage, in the news section, they don't even talk about this. It's quite extraordinary. All right, guys, have a great evening. Hope to see you on the live stream. I'm going to put the link down below. As I said earlier, I'll be talking to 2 people. And have a great evening. And here come the pics.